Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Press the Action Button podcast here on digital-delirium.com. As always, I am your host, Joystick, and with me this week is Gameface. Say hello to the people, Gameface.
Oh man, I was choking back a big cough there. I have a bit of a cold, so I'm just gonna get it over with right now.
I can cut it out later.
That's some good McGuffin.
Also with us this week.
But that wouldn't be authentic.
Whatever.
Anyway.
I cut stuff out of the podcast if it sounds annoying.
And throw it at stuff?
Yeah, I throw it at things.
No.
Stuff at things. Also with us is Dr. Drewbag. Say hello to the people, Dr. Drewbag.
Hello.
That's all.
I don't have a cold. I just very long week, very sad week.
That sucks.
Very sad weeks. That's just normal.
It still sucks.
Yeah. It's almost been exactly a year since the doctors said I lost my mind, so
Yeah.
I've been kind of
that
funky.
Yeah,
sounds about right.
That would do it, wouldn't it? Imagine if I don't say something about this, somebody in this state will come here and murderize us all. So Joe Paterno died today, so
Oh no.
that sucks. So may he rest in peace. There, we said something. Okay.
My mom was trying to tell me he did the right thing, and I was just like, he can go to the cops.
Well,
That's
yeah,
the right
he did
thing.
a little bit of the right thing.
Yeah, I was like, he did a little bit of the
Like,
right thing, but then 20 years went by, and he was like, oh, wait,
yeah.
that? Yeah, I remember that. I did what I was supposed to, but I didn't go to the cops.
Well,
And they were
his
like,
higher-ups shouldn't have told him keep quiet about it. in the
well, yeah,
first
yeah,
place.
yeah, but he
his
shouldn't have-
higher-ups
but he
did
shouldn't
more
have taken
wrong
their
than
word
he
about
did.
it.
doesn't, no, they all did wrong. Which, if you've never been to Michigan, you should go.
Yeah, it sounds pretty awesome.
pretty awesome, except
Well,
Detroit.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I went to Michigan, I would probably avoid Detroit like it's the plague. 'Cause
Well, if you
I'd
take-
probably get the plague by going to Detroit.
Even though-
Detroit wasn't
avoids
that
Detroit.
bad. But there were abandoned skyscrapers with
Which I
broken out
think,
windows.
which I think is epic.
It was epic, but it was scary and sad.
Yeah.
Because there were people living in those abandoned skyscrapers with the broken windows.
Yeah.
And it was like 2 blocks from the train station.
Dang.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
so
the bus station.
Alex,
Yes.
beer. You bought us beer. What are we drinking this week?
Foster's.
Australian for beer.
You know, I find I do a terrible British accent, but it's kind of hard to screw up an Australian accent.
Oh, Josh just did.
A stereotype. He did it exactly like I did.
Yeah, you both
they were-
suck.
Okay. Okay, I'm not. Okay.
I'm not. I don't even
It's
try.
hard to do an authentic Australian accent, but it's
speak-
easy to do because it's been more commercialized. It's more stereotypical.
I speak American.
Yeah, we
In
don't speak
America.
English. We speak American in America.
No, we don't speak American. We speak American.
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 In America.
American.
In America.
I speak American in America.
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 Angry video nerd.
Yeah, I remember I was speaking
At the speakeasy.
Spanish with this kid I know from a band on Facebook, and he was actually speaking Portuguese.
Oh.
And they're very close.
Yeah.
So I was picking up on it, and we were talking about like having sex with each other's mother in Spanish.
Universal insult.
And Tyler, you know Tyler. I think you both know Tyler. He
I think I met him a couple times.
yeah, he
Did we go to, what's that pizza place that's just down?
Zardarelli's. Yeah, we went with
Yeah.
Tyler. Yeah,
And they were playing the World Cup, and everyone, it was like constant vuvuzelas the entire time we were in there.
yeah, and we were like, fuck everything about this place. And then, but Tyler, he, what the fuck was I talking about? It was about Tyler and him being a fag in some way.
Okay, did you draw that on your hand, or is that a new tattoo?
Oh, I got 2 new tattoos.
Oh, okay, I was just curious. That's cool.
Like, yeah, I'm not left-handed.
Is that like the least pretentious thing that you've had tattooed on you?
No, because the idea behind it is even more pretentious.
Okay.
Okay, what do you see on this hand?
A bird.
Okay, is it alive or dead?
It looks alive.
What about this bird?
It looks alive and upside down.
But depending
Actually,
on...
at first glance, that other bird does kind of look alive.
Yeah, at first glance, but I mean, like, but the whole point of it is an upside down bird can't fly,
Yeah.
and that this bird is clearly flying.
Maybe that bird just got drunk and forgot that it can't fly upside down.
I don't know, but
I did that once.
point being is, the old folk tale goes that if
I
your
think someone just
right,
got home.
if your right hand itches, then you're gonna give something. So I'm giving life, and then if your left hand itches, you're gonna receive. So I receive death.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it's an old wives' tale.
I've never heard that before. That's interesting. So what I thought was the least pretentious tattoo you've ever got is still pretentious.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna get right here, like from here, maybe like here. I'm gonna get this cross. I think it's the Showboat. I forget what it was a Hispanic gang in the 40s. This cross about this tall, with the top way up here, and it's gonna have 3 points coming off of it, like rays, I guess, and then there's gonna be these like kitty cats with wings going over it from the Hammer of Hope. You saw those kitty cats before, I think.
Not ringing a bell.
And then I'm gonna put the Hebrew words for formless and empty around the cross. And then after that, then I'm getting 13 black crows up my arm, and it's gonna say you have never lived because you have never died. Yeah, I'm pretentious as shit. It's okay, you guys can say it.
Yeah, I know that. I've called you pretentious as shit.
Look what I'm wearing. It's like a plaid, like yellow and blue shirt with a yellow sweater and a green fucking handkerchief.
It's okay, because, like, I kind of grasp... I think I sort of kind of grasp it, but I don't think I grasp it the way I think that I grasp it.
I have half a head of hair.
To quote...
Exactly.
I knew a kid that had, like... I knew a kid in, like, middle school that was shaved straight down the middle, and, like, this side was long as shit. So, like, if he shook his hair right, it went all over, and it looked like he had a full head of hair.
Yeah, like, if when I wake up in the morning, it looks like I have hair. Normal hair, like, all over. But then, like, I go, and it's back to half a head of hair.
Open that door, see who our guest is.
To quote, Ian, how much Webster can... Greetings!
Okay.
It is the Paul.
Shay Paul.
At first I thought you were going to say Schaefer, and I was like, why would he randomly show up?
Yeah, it's Shay Fair.
Then again, it is Schaefer, and you say he's done that before, randomly showed up.
Yeah, he used to all the time when I was younger.
He used to
Or
just
when we
pop
were
up
younger.
in places. You'd be driving somewhere, you just see him jogging with like a box of barley for some reason.
He was like John Sourman.
See, I didn't see John Sourman very much.
I for the longest time I didn't think John Sourman actually existed because like he only appeared when we thought about him or mentioned him, and then we'd see him and we'd just end up giving him rides.
Okay.
Like we'd literally be like, "Man, I wonder what John Sourman's doing," and then there was John Sourman, like on the side of the room. We're like, "Holy shit!" And like I told him, like I was like, "Dude, I don't think you exist except when we think about you."
That was like Ian used to have a...
He just looked at me and he started laughing, and then he was like, "Please don't stop thinking about me."
I like how Ian had this theory. He had this revelation that he had never seen John Coleman eat. He'd always, even like when they went out to eat, he'd like see him with the food, and then he'd get sidetracked, and he'd look around and the food would be half eaten, and then he'd get sidetracked again, and then the food would be gone.
Yeah, but John Coleman sucks.
Yeah.
And Jake died.
And then Jake died.
And then Dean died.
Well, Dean died before Jake, but so they both died. And then somebody's cat named Whiskers died.
Because I masturbated.
Because every time you masturbate, God kills a kitten.
Yeah, but every time a gas cap is found, an angel gets its wings.
I thought it was every time a car loses a gas cap.
No.
No, every time a gas cap is found, an angel learns to masturbate. I thought that's what it was.
What happens every time a kitten masturbates? Does an angel die?
No, I think God does.
I'm gonna stop here.
But it's okay, he's infinite, according to the Judeo-Christian.
According to Garp?
Maybe every time a
Judeo-Christian belief.
kitten masturbates, Kratos kills one of the Greek gods.
No, because the Greek gods are cool, and Kratos is only a minor deity.
Kratos was only a minor.
He was only a minor deity.
Well, he was only the god of war for a short period
No,
of time.
I mean like in the real myths.
Oh.
Like he was just only a minor deity.
I was talking about the game.
Yeah.
Because I've been playing through God of War 3.
That's
And-
black. Yep, Noah did that for a long time. We were like, "You're black."
No, we said that about ourselves when we bought chicken in 40s.
That's the thing to do, though.
That was when I was at
So
Algernon.
quality. Oh, yeah, when we were puppy sitting.
Yeah, we
You're
did
puppy.
do that. Then we're like, yeah, you texted us about like what we left, and then you're like, yeah, we left black people in your room.
And you just sent back that picture of, what was it, like the Cosby family or something? What was the picture that you sent back to me? It's like, you mean this? And it was like something that Charlie sent you.
Oh,
It was like
yeah.
a really funny picture.
Yeah, like a picture of like the Cosby family and
And
like
I was-
Bill Cosby.
But it was like Photoshopped somehow. I forget what the
Yeah.
gimmick was, and I was like, "That's really funny." So yeah, that's what I left. And then like an hour later, you found the empty KFC box. With
Well, I never
crumbs.
use my dresser.
I know, that's what makes it
My
even
dresser is
funnier.
my floor.
Okay.
Thank you.
For those that may not have seen it, Screw Attack earlier this week called for a boycott of E3 because E3 gets all their monetary support and whatnot from the ESA, and the ESA was supporting SOPA, and they didn't want to support SOPA even indirectly, so they called for a boycott of E3. A bunch of gaming websites joined it. We even put up a little video on our YouTube account saying that we were joining it. About 2 days after that,
I made faces the whole time.
about 2 days after that, the ESA pulled their support for SOPA. The exact same day, SOPA was shelved indefinitely. This does not mean that it is gone. It means that it is on the ropes, but it does not mean that it is gone. They could pull it out at any time. You never know.
I remember.
Yeah, I think I could see them
I
going.
remember
back
getting
to it.
really pissed because like a bunch of shit was getting blacked out on the internet, and I was like, "You stupid idiots! The real way to protest is not to black out; is to continue to be profane and just steal from everything. That is how you protest. You don't fucking black out your website."
Well, no, it was like, this is what
I
it
did
would be.
black out
this
our
is how
website.
It would be if,
No, that's not what. No, these people were just like, "I'm blacking out my website in protest of the, you know."
Well, some
the-
major
the
sites
bill."
did it, like Wikipedia and Reddit were both part of it.
Yeah, and I was just like, so fucking stupid. The way to do it is steal the material, like, and put it up and be like, it's stolen. Hello, we steal these things.
But it's not the but it's not the piracy part of SOPA that they're fighting.
No, I
It's
know.
everything else that it will do. So
That's fine. I just mean
it's
for
the
the internet in
authority to
general.
black out. So they're like, this is what it would be like.
No, it wouldn't be a blackout. The website wouldn't exist. It's not a blackout. It wouldn't be.
Yeah, I
blacked out.
know, but they couldn't. I
See,
mean,
the point is they did it wrong. That was the wrong. It was passive resistance as opposed to active resistance, where they should have
I
been
still
like.
thought it was. I like the idea, and I fully support it. I wish Google would have gone ahead with it, blacked out their website, but they just decided to put a black bar over their logo.
Fuck that. No, you gotta
yeah, that
like.
was kind of stupid.
You gotta go in there hardcore if you're gonna do it. If you're gonna get real change, like that. Like
I don't think Google was even protesting. I think they were just jumping on the bandwagon.
when I
What it felt like.
when I
They were trying to be hip.
I seriously put so many like stolen things up on my Tumblr, like, and gave nobody credit.
But it's Tumblr,
I
so
never.
it's not really stolen. I mean,
It is
really.
though. People have gotten lawsuits filed against them because they put artwork and say it's their own, and I was doing that.
Oh,
Like
wow.
when all this blackout crap was going on, but so many people were like trying to black out their Tumblrs and all this shit, and it was ridiculous. And there's stupid like 13-year-old kids who were like didn't know what was going on, and they were trying to pretend like they were political.
Don't you love that?
And then there
That
was like,
cracks
you
me
know,
up.
then there were the adults on Tumblr who like act like, you know, they're adults, so you're supposed to instantly assume they know what's going on.
Then there were a bunch of people who had no idea what SOPA was. to
Well, yeah,
begin with,
that
can't
was
even
exactly what I was
fathom
talking
it.
about.
It's Spanish for soup.
Then they're like, I
It
can't. They're like,
La sopa.
man, I can't get on Wikipedia to do
Que
my
sopa
research
más
for my
buena.
research paper. What am I gonna do?
You know,
Look it up.
well, number one, books are bad for research papers. Number two,
I always did think that, but that's mostly because of.
well, books are bad because they're outdated.
Well, I just thought that out of laziness, but
No, but books are bad for research papers because they're outdated. And
yeah, but if I mean, if you're in
Wikipedia
like, high school, that's acceptable.
and people will not anymore.
Huh.
They changed it because the internet's so widely accessible, and you can get access to databases and find journal articles. The journals, academic journals, is where you get the real shit.
Yeah, I've actually seen that. I mean, like,
and they
looking for
need to
stuff.
get rid of anything involving censorship, anything involving
dangly parts.
No, like anything involving like copyright infringement. It should all be gotten rid of.
Yeah.
Because the internet is so fucking big. You know what I mean? And some people, it's their whole life.
You try and set up a barrier. They're just gonna be. I mean, people have the time and the resources to get around it.
Exactly.
And they're going to.
Yeah, they're going to. And there's going to be servers that won't, shut down.
You can't stop me.
And there's still other countries. Do you know what I mean?
I hate to.
And you can go to websites that are based in other countries.
I hate to make this sound like a.
Well, there is a bill that
Yeah.
specifically
Oh, yeah.
targets foreign websites called Open. It targets foreign websites that do like torrenting and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, torrents are stupid. That's why.
Why?
Because they suck.
Why?
If you want music that bad, just fucking download a RAR or a zip. Like, there's blogs all over the place, and you can do it legally because it's considered.
Yeah, but
It's just
by
a
shutting
form
down
of data
ton of-
transfer.
by
I
shutting
know,
down
but
the major
it's so
torrent
slow. Like when
sites,
you can
would stop.
Oh, it
when
is?
you can download like a RAR in like 30 seconds, a torrent could take you like all day, depending on how many
torrents
people.
do take
are.
a
I think
long time.
Open is a much better. The Open bill, I haven't looked into it fully, but from what I've seen, it looks like it might be a much better way to fight piracy that doesn't harm people like the Angry Video Game Nerd, the Nostalgia Critic, Angry Joe, Spoonie, and Linkara, and potentially put them out of a job. And they're not really doing anything wrong to begin with. So, the bill.
Well, tell us about the Open bill. What does that entail?
It specifically targets.
That's your foot.
It tries to
That's your
specifically
foot.
target foreign
Sorry, I didn't mean to
sites
step on.
That's okay.
that have copyright infringing material on it, like torrenting websites and stuff like that. That's what it's trying to do. I don't know the full details. I haven't looked into it in full yet, but from what I have seen and heard had heard other people talk about, Open is supposed to be a much better. That still has its own couple of problems. I don't know what they are.
Okay, right here. Number one, it stops access to foreign websites based on the foreign website's material. That's wrong right there.
So it's like they're not taking the.
If I want to go to a fucking Swedish website to download like poopy Japanese porn, like I should be able to do that.
Yeah.
If I want to go to a Swedish website and download,
Swedish meatball porn?
like a fucking Swedish movie or a Finnish movie or Gacked in any manner, I should be able to. Fuck them. Fuck copyrights. That's all stupid. That's just like, it's my idea, you can't use it, go away.
Yeah.
My idea. You guys didn't think of
It's
it.
like you want to make money off of it.
Yeah, it's like
you know,
you're a
do
jackass.
bet. If they want to make money off of intellectual property so bad, find better ways to employ it. Find better ways to market it. Have more concerts.
Have more concerts. Just have fun. Things aren't fun anymore. Like that shit with Metallica and Napster? That was the dumbest fucking thing
Napster's
ever.
bad.
What, 10
Metallica.
years ago?
That was it was a little over 10
And
years
this
ago.
is like in the dial-up era.
Yeah, and
so
that
it
was
wasn't
the-
even like.
Dumbest shit ever.
Oh, people always blame Metallica for that, but if Metallica hadn't pointed out that
There was
people
nothing
were
to point
stealing
out.
music,
There's
from that-
nothing to point out. They weren't stealing it. There was nothing to point out. People who download are not stealing. He just wanted more money, and they were all crying. They're fucking millionaires as it is. They have their own fucking studio that was built specifically for them, filled with $1 million worth of equipment.
I am
And, like,
and always
10
will be against.
But 10, I don't even know how many albums they have. 10 or something, like 10 plus albums. All that money coming in from all that shit. They had that shitty movie that was really bad that showed them literally writing bad lyrics and throwing temper tantrums.
What movie was that?
Some kind of monster.
I actually saw that in theaters. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, they literally write bad lyrics in the film, and like they have temper tantrums with one another, and like you see, like they're in their studio that was built for them. It's like a fucking mansion, but it's a studio, like a recording studio. They go there and live when they're recording an album, and they're complaining about people downloading music.
They sound like Death Clock.
If somebody wants to support the band, then
Well,
they'll do
I
it the
wanna-
old-fashioned
I
way
want
and go
Death
see
Clock
them
Plus.
and buy something.
Yeah.
With the internet, fuck that. I mean, we're giving our music away for free. We don't get paid when we play. We just do it for fun. They used to do it for fun, and now they don't. They used to do it for fun. Like, they came out, like, after bands like Minor Threat and shit like that, and they used to, I think they even cover Minor Threat. But the point is, like,
If they did, I've never heard their Minor Threat
it was,
covered.
I know Slayer does Minor Threat covers, but the point is, it all used to be about fun in the beginning until they got famous, you know. And so these people with these like the big copyrights and
That's not.
the,
I think
and,
a lot
and
of
the big
people
lawyers backing them up, and the big
I think a lot of
record
people
labels.
who get into the music industry really do have dreams of striking it big.
No, many don't. Many
No,
make a
many
joke of
don't,
it.
but I think a lot of them do.
Yeah, some
Look
it
at
is
Foster
fair to
the
say
People.
that some of them.
Huh?
Look at Foster the People. He the one dude recorded a demo and put it up on his website, giving it away for free, and then they were signed by like Columbia or some big record label like a year later when the guy found it. And
Yeah.
they released the album.
That's the case a lot of the time.
Yeah,
just
but
think
I mean, like, it's all about fun for them.
that's cool, and but I think there are more people like that than people think. But you know, I
Oh
think
yeah, certainly there are, because I mean, like, there's bands like Algernon, there's bands like Listener.
there's probably there's a lot of big bands that do it for fun too.
Yeah,
9 Inch
And the
Nails.
only reason that there's tight copyright legislation on their stuff is because to get noticed, they had to sign it. They had to sign it to someone,
and then
their
those-
managers. are the
9 Inch
ones who are
Nails
fighting
is an
against
example of a big
piracy.
band that's like that. If you
no,
email,
it's not the band. It's just Trent Reznor.
well, if you email Trent Reznor and
apparently
ask
he's like
him,
the hardest musician to work with, according to a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
if you email Trent Reznor and ask him,
Oh yeah, he'll give it to you.
he'll give you all his music for free, every
Godspeed
single
Godspeed
CD,
You Black Emperor is the same way, and they actually
which is cool.
they've got a new album coming out, and I already emailed him, Ephraim, and he was like,
But I'm still against piracy.
He
and I
emailed me
always
back
will
and he
be.
said, we're making tons of noise and rattling some cages, and if you can't afford it, I'll send it your way. And I was just like, awesome. Like,
Okay.
Wait, who is this again?
Ephraim Munich from Godspeed You, Black Emperor, and from Silver Mountain Zion.
See, I'll find cool people like that. I will seek them out, and I will go out of my way to pay for their music.
Matt and Kim, they give you their music for free if you can't afford it. I fucking tweeted Matt and Kim because they share an
Oh
account.
yeah.
And they sent me their music.
See, I
Because I
actually,
couldn't find their one to and from album, and they sent it.
There is something on, I think, what is it, Bandcamp? It's like that marketing service for upstart musicians, and it was like buy each track for $1, or buy the whole album for, it was like 12 or 15 or something. And I was like, that's awesome, you know, I want to see you do more of this, and I actually went and paid 20 for the album. Because I figured a lot of...
you can pay more.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the concept behind the Humble Indie Bundle?
Oh yeah, that's interesting. It's like this, except it's game related.
It's indie video games. They package 5 or 6 indie video games and let you pay what you want for them. So if you want to pay $3 for each game, you can.
You want to pay $0? Can you pay that?
I don't think so.
See,
I think
that's stupid. That should be an option. Without $0,
No, it's
being
it's
an
not
option.
stupid. All the money goes toward charity.
Doesn't matter. It's still stupid because
That
what
is
if I
not
don't- what
stupid.
if
It
I don't
goes
wanna
toward
pay
charity.
Who cares? Do you know what charities? Okay. You know what charities do? Charities use the money they get first to pay their employees. You have to see how much money actually goes to, the charity case.
Yeah, and it's different levels. For
And it's different
charities.
levels for different charities.
Yeah.
Salvation Army is one of
There's-
the worst.
I believe, just because they've been around so long. I mean,
But look at Crochet Kids.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good.
All of the money that they make from the hats goes right to the women that sew the hats.
Mm-hmm.
That crochet the hats.
Yeah, the people who
So-
are doing the administration are just probably volunteer.
Second topic.
Oh
Or
wow,
they
yeah.
own the company.
Well, yeah.
Ubisoft has taken digital rights management to a whole new level it now monitors your PC's hardware. If anything changes, you cannot play the game. The site Guru 3D installed it to 3 of their computers, which is the maximum that will let you install it to. And then on one of those 3 computers, they changed out the video card so that it would run better on the computer. It was the game Anno 2070. The validation key for that game on that computer no longer worked. They could not play it. They contacted Ubisoft about this, and Ubisoft said that there is no way around it. They're just tough luck, basically. And that's a really sorry, pathetic way of doing digital rights management. Oh, you can't upgrade your computer to play our game. If you install it and find out that it runs poorly, you can't get more RAM or a new video card and put it in your computer and continue to play our game. That's really, really dumb.
Yeah, some of these big video game moguls are at the point where they can basically just do anything and get away with it. It's stupid.
Ubisoft is one of the biggest.
They don't have to please their customers anymore. It's hooty.
Just the investors.
You know what's cool though?
Yeah, pretty much.
What's cool though is when a company gets big and they still care about their customers, like Valve. Valve is cool as shit.
There are a small number of people. There are not many people there.
Yeah, but they make so much money off
Plus
of everything.
they do
Ubisoft,
stuff.
if I remember correctly, has like hundreds.
Ubisoft, they've got like...
And they've got different branches.
Yeah.
I know they've got one in Canada, and their main office
They have
is in
Montreal
France.
and like Toronto.
And they have their main office is in France.
Montreal. They have a stupid name. What?
They do have a stupid
Ubisoft. It means like everywhere is soft. There's software everywhere. Which is dripping with demo DVDs.
Aren't they one of the companies that has been around since like the 8-bit era?
Probably.
I think they're one of the companies like Konami that changed their names as the 8-bit era, because back then Konami was originally known as Ultra.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
Well, now Ubisoft is going to be called Ubisoft, because I didn't like my old nickname for them.
I know Ubisoft has at least been around since the PlayStation 1, so at least they did Rayman before the PlayStation 1, so at least since 94. They did the original Rayman in 94.
Twirling my mustache.
I really want to play their new Rayman game, Rayman Origins.
Really?
And Rayman Origins looks awesome. It looks like a great classic 2D co-op platformer.
Nice.
Everything you want from a Rayman game, and it's got like old school sense of like slapstick, very similar looking to Ren and Stimpy type sense of humor, which is awesome. It's got a very cartoony look. I love that about it, but part of me really doesn't want to support a company that does stuff like this to their PC user base. That's just sorry,
Yeah, that dumb.
Yeah, but PCs are lame. Like, PC gaming. Can't stand it.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
you're
it's
very
just
into
Warcraft.
mine.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just World of Warcraft, that's all it is.
Mine, to be fair, that's not the only game. There's 20 million Minecraft players,
Okay, how many,
including him.
but how many people play the World of Warcraft?
I don't.
5.
I don't know. Probably more than 20 million, but still, 20
Way
million.
more than 20 million.
20 million
I think
is
it's like 60
a lot
million.
of people.
I think it's like 60 million, like from that Chuck Norris commercial. And if there's 60 million people...
There's 60 million people playing World of Warcraft because Chuck Norris allows them to live.
Yeah, if there's 60 million people, that means there's as many people playing World of Warcraft as there are in the most populated city in the world, which is Tokyo.
Wow.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's like everyone in Tokyo playing World of Warcraft.
I think it was in Israel. They barred you from the military if you were a World of Warcraft player because they said you were out of touch with reality.
I don't think that's entirely fair because while there
you
are
could say
some
that about
World of-
any game.
While there are some World of Warcraft players that are out of touch with reality, there are also some players who will get on every 2 or 3 days, play for a couple of hours, and that's it.
Still out of touch with reality because it's unescapable.
Yeah, but you could say that about any game.
Yeah, exactly.
Or movie, or book.
Not movies and books. Because movies and books can be autobiographical in nature. Or biographical in nature, and those aren't escapes.
Well, to an extent, so could a video game. They could make a video game about someone's life, or...
Yeah, but that's just an educational tool for children. An adult would never play, like...
Well, it depends.
Let's learn about John Adams! Let's play John Adams' life! Like...
It depends. I mean,
defend
like...
the British who shot the people at the Boston Massacre. Nobody's gonna do that.
I mean, there are some games that tie in with real history, and there are some games that use real-life battles and things like that in the game.
It still doesn't matter. It's still an escape, because it's a game. It's not real. The books that you read, about that battle or about that person, from history, those are real. That's not an escape.
Yeah, but a book can be an escape, because...
If you read, like, Dune or, like,
if you read science
books that
fiction...
don't make you think.
I wouldn't say that Dune doesn't make you think.
Well, no. I'm not saying Dune. But I mean, like, The Lord of the Rings didn't make you think. It was just fucking interesting.
I loved The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
it's a great book.
Yeah, they were just good. They were good. They were good books to read. But I mean, like, they weren't like... You didn't sit and go, whoa, I never thought about that before. Like a lot of the postmodern fiction does. Like that book.
So what would you say about the series I'm reading through right now, Hitchhiker's Guide?
I'd say those are actually... Douglas Adams, he was very good. He was very philosophical.
Yeah.
And I'd say he raises very good questions. And he presents existentialism at one point beautifully.
One point? I thought that was like an ongoing theme.
No. There's a person who embodies complete existentialism. Yes, existentialism is an overarching theme, but there is a person that embodies existentialism in the piece. Like a person who's free from...
Are you talking about the guy they talked to?
The guy who's in charge of, like, the universe.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the guy they talked to in the restaurant.
No.
Because that's where I am right now, is that part.
Did they go to the shack yet on the distant planet?
No, they just... I'm at the part where they've arrived at the restaurant at the end of the universe.
Oh, where you have to have you already have to have reservations, like in another dimension, in order to even eat there.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's a real book because he knew enough about quantum mechanics and physics and everything else to write these jokes that were real because the scientists could laugh at them because they're legit jokes.
Yeah, well,
and they're
it's a very funny and entertaining read as well. And
but the
characters are likable.
A lot of the later books, they're sadder, and they make you think a lot. Because he was a very sad man. Very sad man.
My mustache can
really
tell the
sad
difference
yet,
between a 6-year-old Scotch and a 12-year-old Scotch.
That's why he laughed a lot, and he wrote a lot of humor, because he was very sad. And you can read it in the Dirk Gently books. Like, if you read the Dirk
I haven't
Gently
read
books.
those yet.
They're weird.
Well, so is Hitchhiker's Guide, to be fair.
These are weird in the sense that he talks about the paranormal. But he talks about the paranormal from what we actually know from real research.
So, anyway, yeah, Ubisoft, this is retarded. You should stop doing this. You're going to hurt your PC customer base, and you really don't want to do that, because there are a lot of people that want to play things like Future Soldier whenever the fuck that comes out on PC.
Yeah, this guy.
I'm not going to be playing a lot of things.
I meant me.
I know.
And that guy's not going to be playing there. I meant you too.
I just rolled a Foster's label into a joint-looking thing. A really gay-looking Mardi Gras joint.
Okay. A number of European publishers, including Koch Media, Square Enix, Eidos...
Square Enix, damn it.
It's an E.
It's not an A.
An O.
It's not an O.
It's not O-N-Y-X.
Daedalic Entertainment, Bit Composer, Codemasters, Calypso Media, Ubisoft, Aerosoft,
What are we talking about
and
again?
DTP Entertainment. I haven't even finished
He didn't
yet.
get to the point yet.
Okay, so a bunch of people.
DTP Entertainment have banded together to send letters demanding payment for pirated games. They are getting addresses for these people by collecting IP addresses. The problem with this is that many pirates can circumvent the IP address very easily. as a result, many innocent people are going to get the letters. If they want to fight piracy, shouldn't they do it by attacking the sites that people pirate games from instead of the people themselves? Because, like I said, it's very easy to circumvent. You can use
I keep thinking
a
you're going to
proxy
say
server.
circumcise.
You can-
Just throwing that out there.
So I thought it once or twice too.
You can use a proxy server to redirect your IP address somewhere else. So you download the game using a proxy server, then someone else gets an email, like some grandma somewhere gets an email wondering where the payment is for Ghost Recon Future Soldier. You know? And she's like, "What is Ghost Recon Future Soldier?" That was a horrible old woman voice.
Yeah, it was really bad. But
I don't care. Let people pirate shit.
I don't care. Let people
I'm a
do.
fucking
Let
anarchist.
people do bad old lady impressions. Yeah.
Let people do bad old lady impressions.
Yeah, we've established that. Anyway,
If it's there and you can take advantage of it, take advantage of it.
no, I'm going to disagree.
I'm
going to disagree with that.
I know
too.
you guys will, but I mean that's where I stand. Like
I think
that's okay.
fighting piracy is a noble cause,
Okay, I
and this is a
understand where you're
valiant
coming from.
effort. But they should have known that this
Good
would be
word.
a flawed way of fighting piracy from the beginning. Because
you said flawed.
how many serious computer programmers that work at companies like any of the things I just listed are not going to know of the existence of proxies? You know?
Flawed.
well, how many of them are actually going to get paid the money that the company is looking for? Zero.
Wait, say that. Oh, wait.
Zero of those programmers are going to get paid for that game because the programmers get probably a salary,
Mm-hmm.
and the salary is not affected by game sales.
Yeah,
So
but if
this
it
is just a
dwindles enough, they could lay people off.
It could lay people off, but it's not going to dwindle from like a couple thousand people pirating it.
No, not really.
You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
when 20 million people
Yeah,
bought it,
but they might think twice about hiring
Well,
new
it's-
people.
who cares?
More than just a couple thousand
No,
people.
a
I mean, like,
couple of
the most pirated game last
programming
year.
school graduates might.
Well, yeah, I know. Then they need to realize that they need to get a trade. You know, we need more people with trades
That is true.
than we do. We need people with advanced degrees and things.
Yeah, I noticed that about people. Is that everybody thinks that advanced degrees are the way to go.
With the exception of
CPA,
of
I'm not going to get my CPA. Screw that. That's retarded.
Yeah, there's so many CPAs out there.
Well,
With the exception of the social sciences, because there is something in the social sciences.
your field. That's right.
Well, no, the only reason I say that is because
Ooh, look at
the
me.
social
I have
science-
half a beard
No.
too.
the social
Are
science.
you going to shave the other half of your beard now?
No.
Like up to your
That
head as
would
like a
look-
checkerboard?
That
Yeah,
wouldn't
the-
look pretentious. That would just
social-
look dumb.
The social
Yeah,
sciences are the only science. The only
Maybe
science
he can like grow the other half of
that
his
can
mustache out
actually
so
be
long that he can just
proven.
brush it over.
No other science can be proven. Every other science can only have theories, because there can be laws based on the theories, and the theories can be sound like gravity, but gravity can never be proven. It will always be a theory because there will always be the potential that it could be wrong. Whereas in the social sciences, you can be like, there's two groups.
I'm gonna
One group has
disprove-
greater technology.
No.
One group has greater technology than the other. The group with the greater technology will have greater resources because they will take from the smaller group. Always happens. It's never not happened.
Unless, no.
Yeah, there's
No.
a stellar argument. Unless no,
That's not an argument at all.
So?
that is the best argument ever.
Yeah, but like in my head, it is. So I win.
Well, I'll go with you. I'll go with you on that just because you can think it's wrong. But I just mean, because I think a lot of what the social scientists say is BS. But at the
No,
same time,
I will agree with you on the fact that hard sciences can't really be proven.
Yeah, and the
However-
soft sciences are the ones that people need to go into because everyone goes into the hard sciences, or they go into like.
I thought they
teaching.
didn't call gravity a theory anymore. I thought they called it scientific law by this point.
Nope, it's a theory. It's still a theory. The theory.
But it
of
hasn't
gravity.
been disproven.
But it hasn't been disproven.
And don't
just
say
like evolution's
And
a
don't
theory.
say space. Yeah, exactly.
You're still just theories.
Space.
Even though there's,
Space.
I mean, a lot of
Ample evidence.
Yeah, ample evidence to prove there.
There's evidence,
Yeah.
there's not proof. Okay.
So anyway, yeah, poor way of fighting. Noble effort, but a poor way of fighting piracy.
Or space.
They should try something else.
Okay, I got a question. Why fight piracy?
Space.
That's a good answer.
Why not?
That's actually a good answer.
Space
But
pirates.
why?
Space.
Like, what's the end goal here? I guess is what I'm getting at of fighting piracy.
More money for the industry. Quotation fingers.
Okay, so how is that a good thing for any of us?
Well, as they see it, as they're trying to
No,
push
we're not
it.
talking as they see it. How is that good for any of us?
I'm not saying it's good for us.
Okay.
I don't support SOPA. I don't support this. I don't support, Ubisoft either.
I guess I just don't understand the point of stopping piracy, because it's the only people who benefit from piracy being stopped are the corporations themselves. The people
That's
who
not
work
entirely
there
true.
don't. We just talked about this. The programmers don't get money that's if they get these letters to the right people and they bring the right people to court, those people are going to pay, and the money's just going to go to the corporation. The programmers, the designers, the artists, etc. They're not going to get any of it because they're on salaries. It's just going to be the corporation getting money.
Yeah,
It'll be harder
but
for somebody
piracy
with
can
a-
also hurt like small guys too.
Okay, but if the small
Someone
guys aren't
who-
prepared,
Someone makes an indie game. They do it for free. They do it in their attic. They put it up and
it gets popular.
they put it up for free and it gets popular. They start charging for it. No big deal. Some people will
Seems
complain,
like a
but
smart decision.
then it gets marketed so well and it gets so many fans that they need some kind of a support team. They need to pay.
You're
they need
describing
to-
Minecraft.
I guess I just never.
Yeah, kinda.
I guess I
or
just
something
never-
else. That
I guess I
sucks.
just never understood the desire for money, the desire to get paid for something you have.
Well, no, I'm not talking. Well, see, I'm trying to leave.
But you said like there comes a point when it gets really popular that you can make money on it. So then why not make money on it? Well, I guess I just don't understand.
Well, that's not what I'm trying to say. I mean, that might have
But
been what I said.
isn't that sort of like what it comes down
Have
to?
you ever heard of Dark Maze
A lot of
Studios?
times, not always. Hey, let me finish
Well,
here.
no, but I mean, do you see what I mean?
No, I'm saying it gets to a point where to continue to cater to all of your fans, all of your patrons, you have to subscribe to certain services. You have to subscribe. You have to get,
Why?
Well, you need more people to do things just
Not
for the
necessarily.
upkeep. You can't do it all. It might become a full-time thing.
That's cool.
Well, when would you have time to support yourself?
Maybe you don't need to.
Well, maybe
Because
maybe
you're
you
already
do.
supporting yourself in some other way.
How?
You have a job.
Yeah, no. I mean, it becomes a full-time job. You can't you can't do this over top of your other full-time
Oh
job.
well, I mean,
So
if
it's
you're-
That
like,
kind
well,
of thing does happen.
I
if
can
you're-
ditch the thing,
if you're
or I can sell it to someone who doesn't care about it as much as I do, or I can make maintaining the game my full-time job.
or
That's what happened to Notch. That's
Or-
exactly what happened to Notch with Minecraft.
it can just
Sounds
end.
like it.
It can just end, and a lot of people don't like that. But if it just ends, someone who pirated it will carry it on. Do you know what I mean? There's people who do that with World of Warcraft. They run pirated versions of it, and they have entire servers that house hundreds of thousands
Well,
of players.
Well, that's a viable option.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but a lot
and
of people-
But I'm trying to say that's gonna thrive, but I don't understand why.
I think most people
the
with a
need
real
for money arises. I can
Just
see it for the corporate
to
from the corporation.
maintain, just to maintain,
But why does that cost money?
because they need to subscribe to services.
But I get, but still, like, why does that cost money?
We still have two
The
topics.
services.
Yeah.
Well,
I
why
guess that's
else
what I'm
is it?
getting
Why
at.
else are they going to do it?
But
The
I
services
know.
don't share the same passion that the creative
I know.
mind does.
I know.
The creative. I mean, some of the best artistic endeavors ever are where somebody, by some means or another, comes across, like a means to do a bunch of things not necessarily for free, but maybe they get a big inheritance and they just completely sponsor their own project with no gain to themselves. They just pay
Yeah, no,
and
I know.
pay and pay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
It's
about.
like people who can't get their books published, so they publish them themselves.
Yeah, I have a friend who's doing that. With
Yeah, I have a friend
That's-
who's done that too.
That's
She's
rare
actually-
and it's expensive.
She's
and
bleeding all over the pages because she's binding them right now,
wow.
and her blood's actually on the pages. And I was like, "That's fucking awesome."
Yeah,
Like,
but see, not.
someone's
I
gonna
mean,
do that,
that's
and there's gonna
not-
be a blood stain. Like,
but that's
cool.
but that's a rare breed, and that's okay. I support that. You know, I think that's awesome. But a lot of people, they're like, I did this. I had a blast doing this. I want to continue to do this, but you know, the bills are piling up from me trying to take this burden myself.
I guess I just have an issue.
I
With
think
that.
that's exactly what Notch did.
A lot
I
of
mean,
fans are willing to pay, though,
and that's fine. But I guess I just have an issue with
and some fans.
with that need that arises when money becomes a necessity.
Well, it's because, like I said,
Like
it's
the internet, like, really, we gotta pay, like, some people have to pay, like, $50, $60 a month for high-speed internet access. Like, come on. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
you still have two topics.
It's
in there
because,
at
let me just say
49.99.
this. I said earlier, I'm just going to reiterate, not really reiterate, I'm going to regurgitate, that,
But this is on topic, though. This is completely on topic.
Yeah, I'm just saying we have 11 minutes.
the
and
need
two topics.
arises.
I know, but you're gonna edit stuff out anyway.
The need arises to take action to get the service of other people who don't share in that passion of doing things just for the glory of doing
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I don't understand that that idea, I guess. Like, why that need has to arise, I don't understand that.
it. You don't understand why it's a rule as opposed to, you know,
Like, I don't understand why it's a necessity as opposed to, you know, like...
it's incidental.
But it's a necessity. It's an incidental necessity. And
It's
I
not-
don't understand...
It's not always a necessity.
I don't understand why people can't just be like, okay, I did as much as I can with it, let someone else do it.
Well, it's because if their fans are willing to pay, you know, it's. I hate to pull up the whole medium of exchange cliche, but that's what it is. The fans are like, what is it going to take for us to, you know, the developer might say to the fans, I'd say customers, but let's say it's been free up to this point. The developer might say to his fans, okay, you know, this isn't going to work anymore because the bills are piling up and I can't do this anymore. And the fans are going to say, what do you want from us? Because we want to see this continue. And the developer says, well, we need server space. And all the fans are like, I don't know how to run a server. I don't know how to do this. And it's like, and then the developer says, well, I know another guy who can do that. And the fans say, well, we'll just pay him. It's like the fans have something that the developer doesn't want or need. But whoever owns the server...
It doesn't cost money to run this shit. It's just specialization. And I guess that's where I get upset. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard, but it's hard.
Confused. I
it's
know
really
it may
hard
be
to
hard,
find.
and it may be hard, but you know where I
It's
stand
hard
on a
to
lot of things.
it's hard to find somebody who
And
in a something small as a fan base of a particular video game, which is our topic here. It's hard to find one devoted aficionado.
Yeah, and then
to be pretentious.
you get these big companies that do all of that they do all that themselves.
in order to
And then they-
eliminate bills and stuff, you're going to have to eliminate things like the cost of food and
that's not
the
true
cost
at
of
all.
electricity
Cost of food can be eliminated very easily.
and the cost
Uh-oh.
of
You either-
water.
You dumpster dive or you grow it yourself.
I play Minecraft.
Okay, can we move on?
Let's
to
move
the-
on to the next. I have to take a tinkle in a bit, but let's move
Okay.
on to the next topic.
It was rumored earlier this week that THQ was canceling all their projects for 2013 and 2014. These included the sequel to Darksiders and a Warhammer 40K MMO.
That's gay.
Well, Darksiders is actually a really good game. And,
No, I mean the second one. The latter, not the former.
and they are squashing these rumors and saying that they are not in financial trouble And they shouldn't be right now because Saints Row the Third was a huge success for them.
You want to climb
It
a
sold
ladder with the
extremely
ladder?
well.
What? Climb a ladder with the ladder?
No, climb a ladder with the ladder.
With the ladder? You mean with Warhammer?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Billy Wrigley just texted me.
Yeah, that rumors are just ridiculous. I love it. Even
Well,
in the
this was a widespread one that
even in the
scared a
video
lot of
game world, it's still just like, yo, I just saw John Smith kiss Pocahontas. Like it's still
What
just.
the hell does that mean? Wait, what?
I was just
I'm
saying
trying
that
to
the
figure out
rumor
what that
mill.
means.
Oh, rumor. Okay,
The rumor mill in the video game world is just as bad as fucking middle school or high school. It's like, so and so has a BD or so and so's gay, and there's no way of finding out because when you talk to that person, the person's like, nah, yeah, you guys are silly guys.
Well, I certainly hope. Obviously, they shouldn't be in too much financial trouble because they just made a shit ton of money from Saints Row the Third. Every single Saints Row game has sold more than the last, and it's becoming a bigger and bigger and bigger series for THQ. And I think Darksiders will do the same. As long as these rumors
I didn't
are not
like
true.
it.
I like Darksiders a lot.
It was just Zelda.
Well, it was Zelda, but it did a very good job at being Zelda and God of War.
But it's stupid. It's just Zelda.
It did a great job at being Zelda
Like, I
and
want
God
to
of
play
War.
Zelda. If I want to play Zelda, I'll play Zelda.
Yeah.
What do you say?
It was very derivative, but I
What
didn't
do you
have
say
a
to Bleed?
problem with that because
I'm
it's
not
very,
talking
very.
Bleed.
What did you say to Bleed?
I said, sorry, I got a text message from Billy Wrigley. He said, free pool tonight if you're interested. And I said, maybe. It's been a crazy weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that place smells like wicked smoke anyway.
Carnaghan's?
Yeah,
A little bit.
a little bit.
I have very little sense of smell for some
Oh.
reason.
Don't let me forget that we need to move my car.
But
Why do you have to move your car?
street cleaning.
They don't do that anymore.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do on our street.
They stop
When?
at a certain point and then they start up in the spring again.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No.
Check the sign.
Yeah, it's December to March. I
And
think.
it's January. No, they don't.
December to March.
No, they don't. They don't do it when it snows and stuff. How can they?
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't do
They
it on our
have
street.
plowing. Well, go look at the sign. Okay, jeez.
Well, go look at the sign.
Because I know it stops at one point.
Well, either way, even if I
No.
do need to move my car, I need to get a jump start because my battery is dead and needs replacing.
I
Your
remember
battery
my mom,
sucks.
like my mom and I.
I
for the past
seriously
years
think
we
something
lived-
happened to the battery while it was
Yeah, it
at the place.
froze.
Yeah, it froze.
I-
It dissipated its charge.
It was an old battery, probably.
Yeah, probably, but it just sucks. It's like
Some
I leave it in
time.
your care for a while, and when I get it back, it won't start. You know?
Alex pooped on your
Well, I'm
battery.
glad that
Pooped on your
THQ
battery.
is not closing their doors because I'm really excited about Darksiders 2. I really
Watch
like
them
the first
actually
one.
be closing their doors. Like,
I'm-
watch them be like Wall Street. There isn't a problem here. And then there was a big problem.
Okay, last topic. Nathan Barnett inked a deal with Adult Swim to produce a show based on Talking Classics.
Ooh! Ooh!
That's awesome, isn't it?
Yes! I mean, if Napoleon Dynamite is going to become a cartoon, I'd love
Yeah.
to see Talking Classics become a cartoon, because
I
he's
don't know
got
if it's going to become a cartoon. It might still be live action.
Or a something.
A TV show.
I mean, he's got a face for Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
You
I
did
would
say
love to
Cartoon
see-
Network,
yeah,
right? Okay.
Adult Swim. Adult Swim in specific.
Separate entity, but
Well,
yeah.
it would make sense that it would be on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
Cartoon Network is no longer only about cartoons for some strange reason. So
They've
They
had
s-
Adult Swim for a long time.
yeah, but they
Not
haven't
that long,
only been
about
about
10 years.
cartoons for a while.
That's a long time.
I mean, they got Tim and Eric,
We're old.
which isn't a cartoon.
It's not on there anymore.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah, but it
suck.
wasn't a cartoon. It was on there.
No, I know. Adult Swim wasn't always just cartoons.
Yeah, it's changed more recently.
Harvey. Well, not Harvey Birdman.
Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law,
Uh,
was awesome.
Space Ghost Coast to Coast wasn't all cartoon. It was live action with cartoon.
Yeah, but still,
But it was primarily a cartoon.
It was primarily a cartoon.
It was primarily awesome.
Yes, it was.
I didn't
Space
see it
Ghost was
much.
awesome.
I saw it a
Then
few
they
times.
had the spin-off, the Brack Show.
Brack Show is a spin-off of Space Ghost?
Yes.
Oh.
Sort of. They all are around the
Retro
same
is
time.
funny.
But I'm really pumped about this because I've been watching Talking Classics for years. It is awesome. It is very, very funny. I think Nathan Barnett is a very, very talented guy, and I think Keith Apicary is an interesting and very funny character. I'm very, very pumped for this.
Yes.
I'm disappointed. Alex didn't look at my penis tonight.
You didn't.
Your
It's
penis is
hidden
under
behind
the table.
and pants. Ah, hi, Andrew Penis. Okay.
Do you feel better now?
Yeah, I feel better now.
So do I. Funny,
Why
so
do
do
you
I.
keep staring at my penis?
Well, he usually does. Like usually,
No, I just remember the very first time you brought it up on the podcast. You're like, "Why do you keep staring at my penis?"
because he was literally like this, like I think he was like thinking of something to type. That's so
What?
true though.
What's
He
the-
asked how my night was going, and Tim asked, Cycler-chan had asked how our night was going, and I said, it's alright, we're podcasting with Andrew, and he's being all anarchistic. What?
I want to meet Dog.
Oh, Tim's dog.
Yeah, Tim Dog.
It's not
Timmy
really
Doggy.
Tim. It's not really Tim's dog.
Timmy Doggy, not Timmy Doggy.
I just see my nose ring.
Oh.
I want to meet Timmy Doggy, not Timmy Doggy.
What?
I want to meet Timmy Doggy, not Timmy Doggy.
Okay, anyway.
That's a fast way of saying Tim's dog that's not Tim's dog.
Right.
I haven't met Timmy Doggy, not Timmy Doggy.
Stop saying that! That sounds retarded.
You sound like you have Down syndrome.
Slagger Chan. That's who we're talking about. Some of you might have already known that because we've probably used his real name on the podcast at some point.
Oh shit.
What are you You guys want to sign off?
Nice sign off. Wait, was that the end of our show?
That wasn't my sign
Was
off.
that all of
we're
the-
still recording.
Was that? Yeah, I mean, was that like the last topic?
Yeah.
Wow,
We spent like 30 minutes talking about one topic, though.
awesome.
Well, but that was the piracy one. That was actually, we got into some good points. And that was
Yeah,
all
we did.
anarchistic, and you were all pragmatic.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Well, you were.
Well, we had-
you were
That's
prag-
why I said I'd go
We
with
kind of
that.
sort of had two topics on piracy. The first one was about soap, and the second one was about something that a bunch of European companies are trying to do to stop piracy.
And we were like, hey, European companies, suck it.
Even I would say that it's a poor way of fighting piracy. It's a valiant effort, but it's poorly implemented, to say the least. A bunch of innocent people are going to get these letters
The only
because...
good foreign country is Canada, because fucking
Hockey! Yeah! Yeah!
Blame Canada! Blame
Even if my
Canada.
hockey team is sucking ass right now.
Oh, you
It's
guys are
lost.
sucking so bad.
We've lost 5 games in a row, and it's depressing.
We had a
Jamie-
real good game today against the Bruins, but we lost in a shootout. So at least we got a point.
The only-
5-5.
Yeah, we lost to
Or
Detroit
6-5.
in a shootout. How do we...
But
how do we-
Detroit's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, how do we lose to Tampa Bay in regulation and then lose to Detroit in a
Isn't
shootout?
Detroit in your division?
No. They're in the same conference.
Huh.
They're going to be in our division in the future when they do the realignment thing. Anyway, we should sign off. This has been another edition of Press the Action Button podcast here on digital-delirium.com. As always, I am your host, Joystick. With me this week was GameFace. Say goodbye.
Purple people.
Eater.
No, just purple people.
Okay. Also with us...
I'll cut you.
I'll cut your cut.
Oh, burn.
Also with us this week, face palming hard over there.
He's doing the glasses face palm. You know the face palm I'm talking about.
Yeah, he's doing the glasses face palm. It's Dr. Truebag. Say goodbye to the people, Dr.
You're so
Truebag.
fucking lame. I should have just stayed home and played NHL 12, like, literally.
Oh!
Oh!
Escapism.
I like
Yeah.
hockey.
So?
I know.
So
I
go play hockey!
I can't skate anymore.
Then go figure it out! I don't know.
You can play hockey.
Do you
on
remember when I
sneakers.
broke my leg? I can't skate anymore, right? 'Cause of that.
Wait, you mean like when you were like 13? When you like
Yeah, when I was
when you
sophomore in high
jumped off
school?
someone's pier?
Yeah, I can't skate anymore.
Gay.
Jason Mewes is
There's a
watching
guy
Clerks
who's a
right
quadruple amputee who's like trying to climb like
now on Netflix.
he's trying to climb on Netflix?
No, Jason Mewes is watching Clerks right now.
That's cool.
A movie he was in.
Yeah, that's nice. Anyway, there's a guy who's a quad amputee who's... You know what? Let's call it... Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, he has no arms, no legs, and he has no girlfriend.
And he's a mountain climber.
And he climbs mountains instead. That's how he gets his dick hard. And
What does he... How do you climb mountains? With your lips and your
No,
dick?
he has
stumps.
prosthetics.
No, he doesn't have
I think it would be more manly to
prosthetics.
climb a mountain with
He
your
He
dick.
climbs his stumps?
He goes on all fours, yeah.
What a fucking queer!
You douche!
Hey, if you could climb a mountain with your dick, would you do it?
I bet he looks like a camel. Or like a turtle.
he looks more like a sloth, except faster.
Okay. How's he grip?
Well, it's more like hiking.
Can I sign off yet?
It's more like hiking than mountain climbing.
I don't know, it scared the
Can I
crap out of
officially
me.
say goodbye yet?
I have to pee on stuff.
Okay, we will talk to you guys next week here on Digital Delirium. Goodbye.